Hey peeps, Claudia King here, founder of Automio, creator of Scale Up and legal tech entrepreneur. In this video, I'm going to share 5 ways that you can automate your law firm now. So let's get into it. So peeps, here's the thing. Many law firm owners struggle to automate their law firms. Perhaps you are a law firm owner who hasn't really started automating their law firm yet. You might have some practice management software, but other than that, you haven't really started and you're not sure where to start. Or perhaps you have tried a few different types of automation in your law firm, but you've become disheartened because you haven't really got the results that you want. Or perhaps you are a law firm owner who has rolled out a lot of different automation in their law firm and you've had some good results, but you are unsure how to pull it all together and get it working like a really well-oiled machine. So here's the thing. When I talk about automation, you will assume that I'm talking about technology, and I am some of the time, but automation actually means that you don't have to do it. So that means that automation includes technology, people, processes, and systems. So all of those things are part of automating your law firm. It's not just technology, even though technology is important. So when I had my law firm and we launched our online conveyancing service, we needed to figure out how to automate the delivery of our conveyancing service online. And me being me, I wanted to automate from end to end straight away from day one, but I quickly learned that that's not how it works. You need to instead treat automation in your law firm like a series of projects. And so what we did is we mapped out the client journey. So the client journey starts where your client first becomes aware that they have a problem. So that's well before they will probably contact you. And we mapped out their journey from when they realized they had their problem through to when we helped the client solve that problem and get the result that they wanted. So we mapped out that journey and we mapped out all the different steps and all the different workflows and processes that we had to help our client go from their problem to getting them to a result. And from there, we looked at where our bottlenecks were internally, and we also looked at the client's perspective as well, and from their perspective, where they saw the problems with the delivery of the service. So that's really where we started to figure out how to prioritize which automation projects to prioritize over others. Now, in the 3 years that I had my online conveyancing service, we did a really good job at automating it end to end. There were still certain parts that were done manually, but it was largely automated. And the benefits of automating my law firm were massive. And the 3 key ones would be that it totally freed up my time. There were only a couple of things that I was really still involved in on a day-to-day basis with the delivery of our online conveyancing service. The rest of it was done through technology, through systems, processes, and through my team that rolled it out. The other thing was that it significantly increased our revenue and our profitability. It allowed me to focus on other things that I liked doing, like types of legal work that I wanted to do, and also to focus on other opportunities that I had, like starting up Automio, for example. And probably the biggest benefit was that it allowed us to deliver our legal service at scale, which meant that over those few years, we were able to serve over 4,000 clients through our online conveyancing service. And many of those 4,000 clients, we did repeat work for. So there was a really high volume going through our online conveyancing service. So we were able to help a lot of people. We were able to have a lot of impact. If we hadn't have automated our service, then instead of helping 4,000, we might have helped I don't know, maybe between sort of 200 and 400 first home buyers buy their first home instead of 4,000. So you can start to see what sort of impact you can have when you automate your law firm and you start to operate at scale. So I want to share 5 ways with you on how to automate your law firm now so that you can free up your time, make more money, and just have more fun. So number 1 is online scheduling. So this is a really simple one and it's a great way to get started. And if you're not using it, then you are leaving revenue on the table. You are losing out on getting new clients because so many people now expect to come to a law firm's website and be able to book an appointment with a lawyer straight off the website. So if you don't have that on your website, then your chances of converting your website traffic into leads and into clients is going to significantly reduce. The other thing that online scheduling is really good for is to reduce that back and forth with your existing clients when you're trying to figure out a time that suits you both to catch up. Number 2 is drafting documents. So when it comes to the creation of documents, even if you've got really good templates and precedents, it probably takes you more time than you want to. So when you use a document automation software, you can dramatically reduce the amount of time that you're spending drafting documents. Now, often lawyers will say to me that one of the reasons they don't like to use document automation software is because document automation software can only deal with really simple documents. So that it might have been the case a few years ago, but it's come a long way now, and document automation software can now automate nearly any document, no matter how complex it is. Number 3 is team communication. So this is a really important one because you will spend a lot of time communicating with your team by email at the moment, particularly in the world that we're living in at the moment where there is a lot of remote working happening. It means that we are having to use technology to communicate with our team members. And so that means that there's a lot of email going back and forth. So instead of using email, you can use a cloud-based online group chat like Slack. Now, Slack is an amazing tool for teams. Not only does it boost productivity, but it really increases team culture as well. It's actually quite a fun thing to use. So you can have channels that everybody are a part of and everybody can chat together. You can create different channels for different projects, and you can even bring people from outside your team into particular channels if you want them to be involved in the discussions going on. And if you want to contact people privately or directly, you can use Slack for that too and send private messages via the private Slack channels. Number 4 is client emails. So I recently did a time study with a number of lawyers in my Scale Up program, and what became really obvious really fast was the hours and hours a day they were spending on emailing back and forth with their clients. And I remember the pain of that because that was one of the key reasons why I wanted to automate my law firm, was because I would spend like at least 3 hours a day, probably many more some days, just sending emails to my clients back and forth. So I've got 2 really good ways for you to reduce client email. So the first one is to create some automated templated emails for emails that you commonly send. There will be emails that you send over and over again to clients. So turn those into automated templates, and you can use that. You can do that using a software like Sales Shandy or Gemelius. And then the second way, the better way, is to remove client email altogether, to get rid of it completely. And the way that you do that is using a task-based client portal software. So the great thing about a task-based client portal software is you set out all the different steps of your legal service so that your clients can log in and see what's going on. Plus, it's a really good way for you to track what you're doing as well. And then you can communicate with your clients via the portal as well. So another great thing about client portal software is it's actually a far more secure way for you to communicate with your clients than it is for you to communicate with your clients via email. Number 5 is nurturing clients with email marketing. So one of the best ways to grow your law firm is to nurture your existing client relationships and get them to give you more legal work. And one of the best ways to do that is using email marketing. Now, a couple of the best email marketing tools are ActiveCampaign and MailChimp. So a lot of practice management software will have a CRM with some sort of email marketing add-on or tool, and some of them might work okay, but in my experience, those practice management email campaigns are not very good. You will probably be better off to export a list of your clients and their emails from your practice management software and put it into a specialized email marketing software like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign. Now, one of the questions I always get asked is, what should you write in an email marketing campaign for your existing clients? And it's really about knowing what their pain points are and writing really valuable content to help them solve those problems, and to always make a call to action, which is an invitation for them to take some action, whether it's to call you or to download some guide or take some step that will push them along the process of giving you some more legal work. And my top tip when it comes to email newsletters is don't write them yourself, or don't get your team members to write them unless they've got copywriting training. Use a copywriter instead who have specialist skills. Often your clients will find legal writing or writing done by lawyers quite difficult to understand. So use a copywriter to communicate your message in a way that will resonate with them. So I'll recap on the 5 ways to automate your law firm easily now. So number 1 is online scheduling. Number 2 is drafting documents. Number 3 is team communication using an online chat portal like Slack. Number 4 is client emails and reducing those or removing them altogether using a client portal software. And number 5 is nurturing your clients using email marketing. If there's anything these past months have shown us, it's that the time to make lasting, impactful change in the legal industry is right now. So I want to challenge you to shake things up and create change today. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and share this video with your lawyer friends. See you next week.